Buddy, hello, hello, hello. Hope you all had a good weekend. Sorry I'm late. I'm gonna have to throw my wife under the bus for this one. She decided she wanted to update my outfits. So we've got a new set of outfits going today. But we're here now. We're ready, prepped and ready for the Tour Championship. Hopefully the change of outfits helps us out. I don't hopefully, see any ways that it can hurt us. But what's going on, Matt? Busey, welcome back. Naxel, how we doing? Boss Guy, welcome back. Enjoyed the cinema meme? I did enjoy the cinema meme, Matt. Hey, good evening, RJ. 10 up and downs, 2 rounds on an official course. Well, we don't have time for that. So this about sums it up. We made 2 putts from outside of 10 feet on Wednesday. This goes to show how poorly that went. Hey, welcome back, Zayden. Downloaded Trackmania? How's that been going for you? Alright, whatever. I think we finished all of the challenges. I'm pretty certain that that's all done, so we'll probably hop in and just play some sort of warm-up. Probably see what TrueSim has for difficulty, and then we'll go from there. Find a society that's got something to match. Getting some golden author times as well. Glad to see PGA again. Yeah, PGA is still going to be the main thing. So we've got PGA today. We're going to be playing all 4 rounds of the TrueSim Tour Championship. We did not make it into the final week of the Platinum Tour Championship. Unfortunately, we just did not play well to finish last week out. So Wednesday, what I'm thinking right now is maybe we'll just have a chill stream where we run some maybe some ranked duos if we've got people from chat that want to play. Just have a little bit different content than what we normally do, but still golf. We're into the off season here after today, so yeah, we'll be looking to fill with probably a little bit more of that until we have some other things to do. But that'll be Monday, Wednesday. And then Tuesday, Thursday, we're going to be starting up our playthrough of Star Wars Jedi Survivor. So I'm looking forward to that. It's been a long time since I played Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I very much so enjoy those sorts of games. Coming from the just that general Souls-like. These green speeds are rolling 8. Medium fast. See if there's anything on the Tour Championship week. I don't know that we're gonna see that. Hey, good evening, John. Yeah, so we're gonna be rolling with a little bit different of a setup here. I might bring back Trackmania here or there. I know that it wasn't the most viewed thing, but hopefully, maybe having it a couple times will get people familiar with it. I very much so enjoy it. Green speed is fast. Matt, if you're still lurking about, what does fast translate to relative to the green speed scale? How much faster than 8 is fast? TrueSim style word up, Jada? No. No, I don't take the I don't practice with nothing. I think having some of the stuff there is a good thing. Help try and see the greens, how they're rolling. Try and get dialed in with some stuff. 151 and 203. Do you know roughly what an 8 translates to? It's default fast, which is probably... Like, I don't foresee anything... Yeah, that's even faster. I don't see anything, like, medium fast-ish. Like True Sim is gonna roll. Like, I would especially, like, I'm not even gonna look at Plat. I would expect Plat to have stuff that's, like, super, super fast on a week like this. So maybe we warm up on... Maybe we warm up on CC and just call it good. I could maybe... I could maybe do... like a ranked tour, but honestly the vibration coming on kind of throws me off. Black Bear Wander out about 25 yards away. Hopefully you got some good pictures. Love to hear that. Also, Busey, the just back to what you said when you came in, the 7 ads, you probably caught it like right at the tail end. Like, there are always ads that run at the start of the stream, and then pre-rolls are done. All right, let's just play. We'll play round 1 of CC here, and then we'll get into it, because we're going through all 4 rounds. So we're kind of changing the schedule up. So with us playing Star Wars on Tuesday, Thursday, that means that we're gonna have to get all 4 rounds done. Oh, that's not bad for not playing since last Wednesday. So hard to know with these. So hard to know how the fairway is gonna send it forward. 8 is 144s. Okay, and fast is 151. So this is gonna be a pretty decent indication of how things are gonna roll. So let's kind of get a gauge here. So it's like barely off of that. And I think that's why I struggle. Like, that's barely moving and I still miss it low. And so, like, on True Sim, I feel like that's always such a hard thing. Apparently we're swinging nice. Swinging nice to start. CB on better handled terrain after the Trackmania session. What's going on, V-Town? I thought we did all right. I thought we did all right on Trackmania. I don't know. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. May have to give it another go at some point. should probably take a look at a few more of these and get a better gauge of breaks for True Sim. Honestly, I should probably get a better gauge of it just in general for myself. You second that, Jeff? I hate to break it to you guys. I would like to play some other games as well. I'd like to be able to play more than just golf. Yo, what's going on, CDN? How have you been, dude? Hope all is well. Pretty good for a 40-hour guy. Yeah, I think 40 hours spread over the course of 5 years, we do all right for ourselves. Is this downhill enough to? I feel like you just catch that bunker. I'm gonna just take a regular tee shot here. I'm just gonna take a regular tee shot here. The way that my swing is, I feel like I should just go into it, but what's going on, Parker? How we doing, dude? Enjoyed the change of pace with Trackmania? Yeah, I think I might give, because I think it's unfair to give something that that brief of a go. So I think we'll do it again at some point. I am looking forward though to playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Enjoy me a good Souls-like, and Fallen Order was a lot of fun. All right. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I've been doing well, man. It's been a minute since we talked, so I guess life updates. We moved back in November. Wife's pregnant. We're due in March. You know, so just doing life. Just doing life. Yeah, what up, Eat? I really thought I didn't need to club up again. Thought I could get away with it. Really want this game, but it's 70 bucks. I would say get it, Parker, but yeah, wait until it goes on sale, because it's already been 45 bucks a few times. So I don't foresee any rush, you know, this many months into the game. What, we're like 6 months into the game almost. No reason to pay full price at this point. Second one, V-Town. It's on sale now. Depends on the platform. Sometimes it's for sale on, like, I think it was on sale on PlayStation and Xbox, but not Steam a few weeks ago. It might be just Steam right now. To be honest, I don't really keep track of the sales because I already own it, but keep closing it now. We had really good stuff going. Missed the update? Yeah, that's because the update was on the birthday stream, Matt. We just kind of threw it out there, and then there have been like some small mentions of it here and there. I think mostly by people in attendance, but yeah, I haven't made like a huge deal about it. You gotta finish Fallen Order from 5 years ago when you started it, Abe? Do it. Do it. I think Fallen Order was a very good game. I had a lot of fun with it. Dad Simulator 2. I think I made a Dad Simulator joke when we had the first one. I thought about making a Twitter announcement in the same vein for the second one, but I was like, I'm just gonna be a little more low-key about it, I guess. Yeah, you can get different clubs in this game, Parker. None of them have... They're all aesthetic, so there's no difference in what club you choose. You just have to level them up and all that. This is a test. This is a test of, will the 4-iron bounce on the fairway and run up that big hill? Nope. I hate pins like this. Really, really hate pins like this because I never really know what to do. Second was not as important. No, I don't know. I just felt like more like, keep it, I don't know, more with like the people who are actually around and not like, not feel like it's as much of like engagement bait. Because that's obviously not what it's intended to be. You know, you obviously want people to celebrate things with you, but at the same time, like, I think it's fine to just keep it as something from the stream. Hey, what up, Troy? I have been on Sculptor since day one. 25 streams. Get in there. Get in there, Yeet. During college, so you stopped playing games right around then? Gotcha. Yeah, I think when that game came out, I played through it twice. I played through it on normal, and then I played through it again on, I think it's Jedi Grandmaster is the hardest difficulty. I think for Jedi Survivor, we're gonna just go at it at the hardest difficulty. Hopefully it'll make for good content that way. Yeah, I haven't played a Souls-like since I finished the Elden Ring DLC, so definitely looking forward to it. That's still got to the right. Okay, so that much wind does not negate the side spin. I guess it's probably a really good thing to recognize. With it being True Sim today, I'm like trying to just eyeball things and not do anything else. Like the idea, yeah, I figure it's just, I don't know, it's one of those things like first playthroughs are fun and all, but I feel like from a content point of view, you know, like a first playthrough is a first playthrough, but how do you make it more interesting? Right? What's something that differentiates a first playthrough from somebody else's? I feel like one way to do that is through the difficulty. It's gonna roll for a long time. I have to play that more to the left and choke it to even, like, have a chance. Hate spinners. 27 yards. I don't know, it's like I feel like I can be more accurate with a pitch, but also less accurate because partial swing. But honestly, I think what it is I think that the partials on the pitch shot, I have to just swing like a hair earlier than I think I need to. That always seems to be a lot closer percentage-wise for what I need. It is crazy to me how much guys overswing, but also, like, their ability to actually hit it. Like, I got 102, that was my overswing, but now I'm in the rough. Whereas if we play that normal, higher chance of being safe. Just keeps on rolling. There we go. I don't know. Not that any of this is necessarily going to translate to True Sim, but yeah, you gotta try and be a little optimistic, right? Like how we're gonna de-loft this 5-iron so that it can run up the hill a little bit to the left. It still runs out of steam. It's kind of always the part that, like, paranoids me about those uphills. And I'm just in an awkward spot distance-wise. So, like, I think the smart play, even though this is, like, almost, like, guaranteed to get us longer, is to choke this down. Just because that bunker and the way that everything cambers away, it really forces you into a much longer second shot. I don't love it. I don't love it. We're gonna land on that downslope, aren't we? The hope is with enough loft they can slow down and maybe come back down the backstop, but it's not like the backstop is... Yeah, it was very strong. If the contact's not open, there's a chance. So if you might recall, I think I said last week that I had been listening to The Hobbit because we had just watched through the movies, and I've never really been one for books necessarily, but I feel like feel like it would be a mentally beneficial thing if I was. So I've been trying to... Figured I'd start with something that I'm familiar with the story to just kind of test the waters. So I finished The Hobbit, and through having time from like painting and doing things around the house, I am now able to say that I'm like 13 chapters deep into Fellowship of the Ring. So I've only seen the Lord of the Rings movies one time through, and I watched the second two, like I watched 2 and 3 maybe last year or the year before, and I had watched the first one like years ago. So I remember the first one like feeling slow and not really knowing what's going on. I can kind of understand why, having like listening to it now, but also knowing some of the characters and stuff has been very beneficial. Been enjoying it. Makes me want to, you know, rewatch and watch the extended cuts. Elevation changes this week felt a bit harder to freeball on instinct for you. Yeah, I don't know how people, I really don't know how people do things instinctually in this game at all, let alone with like elevation and stuff. First half of the book is a lot different. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because I was like, I remember, you know, I feel like I remember from the movie something about like meeting Strider, but I don't think in the movie they don't do like Bilbo's disappearance party and stuff, right? They just start with like Bilbo in the house and Gandalf coming to visit, if I recall correctly. So I'm like curious to go back and watch and like see what's different, because having watched The Hobbit and then listening to the book, like the movies are way different. Now I know that there's some like appendix kind of stuff that's been added into Lord of the Rings. In order to like tie some of the things together. But even with that, I think there's a lot of stuff that's different. Largely the fact that Bilbo just kind of gets knocked out and they get the information told to him of what he missed. There's 17-year time jump in the movie. Yeah, because there are a lot of time jumps. Because because it's Frodo's waiting, because the birthday is 33, and then he goes out to adventure at 50, which I think was largely because of like wanting to be more like when, you know, Bilbo went out originally on his adventure. Something to that effect. The 18th hole. It's a long one. I'm gonna pull out the power drive. Little bit of double cross, but we're okay. But yeah, I never quite like. I always knew people would say about like, oh, it's, you know, that's so different from the book. Not this book in particular, the books are different from the movie, you know, and things of that nature. But, like, not being somebody who reads books, never really understanding, like, fully what what all was meant. Oh, I pulled it. Like, now I understand. And I think I understand I definitely understand why film adaptations are different, because some things are a little bit slower and more just, like, suspenseful via the imagination, but when you're actually, like, visually watching it, there's a little bit less suspense. Read the Harry Potter books? No. Okay, so when I say, like, I have never been a reader, I read for school, through high school or whatever, and even to that extent, I didn't always read. I did a very good book report on The Old Man and the Sea, made an alternate ending to a book that I never read, spark notes, and my teacher told me that I did a great job writing in Hemingway's style. The only books, so I'm gonna give you the rundown on the book series. This will give you a good idea that I have read. Magic Tree House. I read probably like the first 30 of those in elementary school. And also in elementary school, I read the 13 like series of Unfortunate Events books. I can't tell you a single thing about the series of Unfortunate Event books, because I don't remember what happens in them. I know that there's the Jim Carrey movie that I also had seen. That's like the first 3. But yeah, I read for school, if that. I'm a very slow reader, and I think that's a big part of why I don't. I also struggle with visualization. So, like, it's like a double whammy for me. Like, in my head, it's the same. So, like, I struggle to visualize putts because I have to physically stare so hard at the screen to try and, like, paint the line of the putt. That's why IRL, like, I try and use aim point to a certain extent to help me out, because just visualizing is very hard. I'm the type, I don't know what it's called. I'm the type, when you close your eyes, I see black. I know for a lot of people, you close your eyes and you like see, imagery of some sort. I see black. It's different brain type. So reading is a very hard thing for me because they're throwing a bunch of visual things at you that doesn't really compute to much of anything. Like, I know what the words mean. I can kind of like think of it, but I can't like see it. But yeah, I read slowly, like to the tune of like John Green. I don't know who that is. I don't know who John Green is, but I'm a very slow reader. Like, I would read the book like I'm narrating it or like I'm talking to you. So like that's how I read in my head. I don't have the skim read. I like the detail, which is, I know, ironic to the like the visualization, but like in the same way that if I watch a show or a movie, I want to sit down and have full attention of it and not miss anything. I want to read it and not miss anything. I feel like if I'm skimming, I'm literally just missing things. So yeah, to the tune of like every page takes me probably like 2 minutes to get through on like a standard novel. So like 30 pages is like an hour. It's a long time. I've been trying with audiobooks to listen at like 1.25 times speed. That's been good. Helps me get through things a little bit faster, but still slow enough that I can, once I go above that, I struggle to, there's like too much is being thrown at me. But 1.25, I can keep up pretty well. Only downside is my brain, like I have to be doing like a task that doesn't require my brain at all. Something that's like just kind of keeping me busy. So like I was listening while I was painting, if I'm emptying the dishwasher, if I'm mowing the grass, those sorts of things. Things I can do, no think. As soon as I like am trying to listen, and like even if I'm just trying to like browse and like research something, like look for a picture, that my brain starts focusing, like, and all the audio gets like zoned out, and then I'm like, what How much did I miss? How far back do I need to go and replay it? Which is to my benefit, because when I'm working, I can put on streams and work and like tune stuff out and then tune into it, but you're missing a lot of details. Commute long time, yeah, so like that's where I can, but I can't just like listen to audiobooks just like doing anything that requires thought, or because if there's anything that like allows my brain to drift onto a thought and zone out on that, everything that comes into my ears is blocked out and my brain is like thinking about something. What's going on, Brendan? What are the pros and cons of this game? That's a pretty loaded question. I mean, I think that it plays very well. I like the input. I like that it's when you choose your shot, you know, you get the your output is the input you give it. Like if you successfully hit all of the inputs, the result is what you input. EA struggles with that. There is a cone of randomness in that game, or a circle technically. I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of cons. I don't really have too many. I mean, I wish there was a little bit more catering to the competitive community, but that's really a me problem. It is more geared to casual play for the most part, at least in like official playlists and stuff. All right, give me 2 minutes. We're gonna roll the ads, get rid of the pre-rolls, and then we're gonna hop in because we got 4 rounds to get through. So thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you guys back here in 2 minutes. BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. All right, let's get to it. So we're playing at Boston Golf Club. We got us off the tips here. Medium winds out of the northwest, very firm fairways. Greens are probably a little bit firmer than firm, and we're playing just under fast green speeds. So gotta be on the lookout. Things are gonna be a little bit slicker than what we have been playing for the most part on True Sim. So gotta keep that in mind just when thinking of how things are gonna break. But we'll take it and we'll play it from there. Oh, so I played golf on Saturday. It was the first time I've ever played in a scramble. Funny enough, it was written as best ball, except it was actually scramble, and I was like asking about it, or like somebody asked like what the best ball was, and I was explaining. They're like, "That's not what we're playing." I'm like, "Oh, okay." But I was paired with another guy who is pretty well just as bad as me. But the two of us, who are guys that like breaking 100 is a good day. We're typically like in the 100 to 110, maybe closer to 115 on a bad day. We shot an 89, which I think is pretty good for combined two guys who struggle to break 90. It was pick up at double bogey, but none of our double bogeys were because of, they were just legit double bogeys. I had a bunch of pars on the card. It was a good time. Gosh darn it. Nothing like sitting down and your grip is slightly different. $96. We're not gonna get there even. Actually. Actually, we might. Actually, we might. That was too clean of a lie. Gosh darn it. That was too clean of a lie. I was banking on a little bit less than that. Yeah, what's going on, Vandy? Shoot an 89 in this round and you'll be impressed? I hope I don't shoot an 89. That would be no bueno. How far is this downhill lie gonna play? I feel like I have to underswing this. Yeah, that was a very good call. Underswung it by 17%. It got it exactly where we needed to be. All right. Still made a birdie. Missed eagle opportunity. Or at least missed a better eagle opportunity. It's uphill. But I feel like... it's still gonna be a decent number. If I try and choke it... We're gonna try and bump it down there. Kick right. I gotta get this swing on point. I hate that like we had it and then we sit down and it's, get up, sit back down, and the swing's not there. It's always a little bit painful. Okay. I think we can play this. Pretty well stock. Wow, that lost 103? That lost so much distance. That's not even because of the pull. That lost so much distance. Hot dang. Did not see that coming. How downhill is it behind the hole? It's not. So I feel like we should be able to... chip this. Not bad. Not bad, just a little bit short. What's going on, Reed? Upgrade your golfer to get it to a higher rating. So as you get XP, your character levels up. You then have to apply, like if you go to your character, for every level that you've leveled up, you get attribute points to apply to your character. So as you apply those attribute points, then your overall goes up. Trying to figure, so... Yeah, so it's a little convoluted. It's a little bit convoluted. Because, like, your character levels up, but the overall is tied to the applied attribute points. Hit a draw and a fade, so you have your default swing bias. Mine is a draw, which is why I have the left to right swing. If I shape it all the way out to here, it switches to a fade swing. Technically, I have high shaping, so I can swing out to here and get a fade, but you hold down L1 or left bumper, and then you can do shot shaping. Okay. So this one is downhill, downhill lie. Wind is back in, but 113, 15. I should think that is long. So let's do this. Oh my word, Colby, where's your path in contact, dude? Donde está? Where did it go? You've got to be joking me. Really? I can't even tell. I can't even tell what's happening with the break. It looks flat at the hole, it looks below the feet at the ball. Okay. Yeah, well, we're gonna have to do better than this. I hate. It's so painful when you like start playing things that matter and then your swing is just gone. Need that just over and over and over again. And also, I will say this: it does not help that my room is hot. As we turn the air conditioning off because it's not that hot outside, 68 degrees, but there is not a single lick of airflow coming in the window. My fan is just moving the hot air around, which helps a little bit, but the amount that my computer and lights put off is quite substantial compared to what's being, you know, blown in or allowed out. Not a fun time. I love how we just have chosen the last 2 weeks of the season to not be able to do anything anymore. There we go. There we go. Come on, let's hit some inputs and then let's make some putts. Drivable par 4, potentially. 298 uphill into wind. 283 into the 280 low. Okay, so it's like just kind of go straight at it and hope that it's not too short. Okay, we hit it. Lost way more distance there than I had anticipated. What up, Casey? Okay, up a little bit to the right. Or a little bit right to left, rather. That's pin high. We're on an upslope. It's uphill. Gotta factor something for the lie. 92%. Okay, I mean, for everything that we've missed, we're 3 under through 5, so it's definitely not the worst place to be. You just can't have too much of that, I think is ultimately what it comes down to. 151, 156. I mean, if it carries out towards like 160 or so, the 9-iron choked is going to be too much. But that's too short. Take off a little bit. It's going to give it some time to bounce and roll out. This will peel a little bit to the right. It looks like it's rolling left to right. Silky smooth. That's a great feel. Change something with the putting and approach camera? You couldn't pull up the meter to see your percentage? No. So the thing that they changed is that the meter, Camel, hello by the way, the meter is supposed to be hidden. It was a bug that it came up with the putting and approach camera. So they finally fixed it. So the way to see your percentage on putts is, gosh darn it, it's one inside. And we got lucky. The thing to do is to practice swing. If you just take a practice putt, you'll be fine. I'm glad they fixed it too, because I'm sure there were people that were putting with the meter on. I didn't want to allow myself to fall into that, so I made sure to turn it off. Like I would clear it. Another pull, nice. Good distance control for pin high. So pull means that I'm too far, yeah, I'm not far enough to the left. It's looking straight at my feet. I hate it because I feel like it should be straight downhill. Ah, man. That's so close to not being the case, though. Yeah. So, like, obviously on your full shots, you just pull the meter up, right? On putts, if you take a practice swing, even if it's the babyest thing, you'll notice that it flashes the percentage right before. So, like, whoops. So we put it on this, and let me pull it. Gosh darn it, I keep using R2 to try and... like, spam through it faster. Because you used to be able to use R2 to, like, speed up how fast the marker pulled in old games. But yeah, so, like, you could just take, like, a baby practice swing if you want to, and it flashes 41%. So... It's still accessible, you just can't have the meter up the whole time, which is the main concern with it, right? Because you shouldn't be able to have that on. Gosh darn it, I got the swing path correct and then I closed it. So... see how this turns out. Might come back a little bit, but not a lot. Yeah, so the exploit, I don't think, is being able to see the percentage. The exploit is more so the fact that people could, in a no green grid, or a no, what is it, shot setup feedback setup, could get shot setup feedback for their putt and exactly see where they should be. Obviously, largely defeats the purpose. %57%. Get in there, guy. Get in there. I wasn't sure he was doing the tuck. Sometimes the tuck is a fake out. "26 extra yards." I think if we choke the driver and then, like, I can, like, intentionally underhit it a little bit. Because I want to be down here, but I don't want to be so far that my 60 degree is not the right club. I could probably have gone a little bit more aggressive with it, and that's fine. Okay, multiple defeat. Gonna be curling on its own. Wind's gonna take it a little bit more. There we go. We get a pure strike. Pure strike, and we actually get one down into good range. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Alright, 7 under going out. 7 under going out, and we had 2 holes where we just weren't hitting, like, anything. So, that is very good. Okay, forced layup, it seems. And I don't know how downhill it is to this point. If it's pretty downhill, we could be in a bad spot. So I'm gonna take it back, go a little bit left, play the hybrid. Just try and guarantee fairway if I can. That's pretty mean. That's pretty mean. Kinda rude. Would like to have known that it's that severe. Can't really tell anything from this, like that I need to be playing like a 5-iron. We do have a back hole location though, so we're in the rough. Pretty good lie. 135. 135. 143. The lie that we have here, I think we might be able to run this pitching wedge up, to be completely honest. That might actually be too far still. Sit. Sit. Okay. It's unfortunately enough of a crest to have enough, speed to roll it back here. All things considered, I think that was a pretty decent attempt at it. Alright, get it just outside the hole, give it some pace up. Gonna have to feel... Turn! What? What? Did I play it on the wrong side? I may have, that may be one of the ones where I, like, read it correct. No, it did break that way. I say sometimes I read the putt and I accidentally aim it to the wrong side. I don't think that's the case. I just don't think that it actually broke the way that it looked at the hole. Maybe it's a speed thing? Maybe? Do not love this. Well, I underswung it, which kind of puts me back close. Well, I guess we did hit better. We hit higher rhythm there, so that's not as bad. I thought we were gonna end up like down at the front of the green and run into some like landing it short fairway becomes a problem sorts of things. I jumped to conclusion. Jumped to a conclusion too swiftly. It's a 5-footer, but it's not like a clean 5-footer by any stretch. Because I don't love that it looks like it's breaking a ton, but I can't tell. Hey, gosh darn thing in this lighting. Supposedly it's breaking right to left, but I think where this camera is fixated, I think it goes back up over here. So it's like hard to tell because you like need the camera from the side to be at a level angle to see slope. So yeah, this is fun. I do not like it, Sam. I am. I do not like it. I mean, fortunately, like, we find a read and it happens to be correct and we make the putt, but, like, I always feel uneasy over... Yeah, oh, it's a 5-footer. It's like, yeah, but it's a 5-footer where I have to aim like 6 inches outside the hole, which means that you're babying. You're absolutely babying it in terms of like power and everything. It's not. Not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, what up, Clayton? How you doing? Okay, so we're on an uphill lie, and this is where it gets all sorts of funky. So 131, wind's gonna play a little bit here. It's like almost pin. I'm gonna put a little bit of loft into it. I underhit it. That's not gonna be good. Cause I took. Okay. The kick and release was quite friendly. The kick and release was quite friendly. Because I was definitely trying to play that in a way where, you know, I'm sitting it a little bit more. So I'll definitely take that. Play real golf? I do, Clayton. Not very well, but I do. Let's go on, paintball. How you know where to aim the ball? So if you take a look, please stay out of the rough. At the yardage book. So if you press circle, and it probably isn't really showing up on the vertical stream, but if you press circle or B, it pulls out the yardage book. That gives you a little map to look at, and the arrow on the map is your player and shows where you're aimed. So you can kind of look at that, you know, draw a line, and then try and like cross-reference with a visual in front of you if you see like a bunker or a tree or something that you can pick out, and you can match it up. Okay, I think we're gonna be playing something like this. It's downhill on a, I don't know that the lie is actually all that downhill, and then wind is playing in. I think I can play this pretty stock to be. Nice. The huge fade. The huge fade. On a shot like that, I'm just looking at the wind, the lie, and the pin, and just trying to go off of that. But on like a tee shot like this, I pull out the yardage book and I try and look, see where it has me aimed. I want to, this goes left to right, so I want to aim a little bit more left and fade it. Just to kind of take the shape of the fairway a little bit more. Get a little bit closer. Ooh, that actually, the way that bounced, that got me closer than I'd like to be. Because now we're in a partial downhill, downwind. I gotta land at like 82 or something. So 82, 80... it's gonna play pretty, like 77%. No, I landed it too short. Gosh darn it. I hate it. I hate it here. Very firm fairways. Very firm fairways. That's on me for having driven the ball too far. It's saying left to right at the hole. Yeah, what up, Max? Yeah, I gotta give you credit, Max. There's a lot of creativity in coming up with with a new thing each time. It's saying there's a little bit left to right at the end. But honestly, it seems pretty flat the whole way. Like, I'm not going to go very far outside to the left here. Oh, somewhere in there was a random right to left break. I mean, plots like that, it's so hard to tell. It's so hard to tell. Yeah, what's going on, JK? Eddie, how we doing? Personal best round in real life, 93. I had one singular round where I, like, just actually hit the ball fairly straight and kept it in play. Normally, I just lose the ball offline too much. Like, my ball striking is not good, and so that has kind of forever been the struggle. I'm just gonna get it on the green. I could try and do something where we, like, run it up, but I don't think that's gonna be smart. Yeah, average for me is, you know, probably somewhere in the 105 to 110 range. If things are going well, then we're like 97 to 100. I had the one random round that was a 93, which ironically I shot, like, honestly, a 115 or something like 2 days before that. So it just goes to show you how things go for me, and that was a couple years ago now. Like 2 years ago. I don't get to play a lot though. That's also a big part of my problem. Keep telling myself I need to get lessons. I've gotten lessons before, I need to get more lessons. Need somebody to, like, I need the hands-on, somebody that knows what they're doing, what they're talking about, to, like, take the club and be like, this is what you should feel. Be like, oh. Because I lose it, you know, and trying to find it again is very difficult. You know, and I definitely get myself in the rabbit hole of, like, I'm gonna watch a YouTube video, I can get that feel back myself, like, I can figure it out. I can't. Tell myself I can't. And I just don't have enough practice on, like, short game and stuff, so, like, my feels are, for the most part, not good. They're sometimes okay, but for the most part, they're not. Not where you'd want them to be. Wanted that kick to be a little bit further. It's all on the hips. You learned that from Chubbs. Yeah, pretty good guy to learn from. Not a bad choice of instructor by any stretch. Luke, thank you for the YouTube sub. Okay, come on. Come on. Hey, happy Monday, Fly Guy. How are you today? Ooh, we eagled the last par 5, and they're giving us another par 5 to try our hand at? Okay, so left side of the... Can't see too much up ahead. I think we want to aim just, like, left here. Okay, I'm okay-ish with Well, we'll see. I'm no longer okay with the open. Put me on a straight line. 224. Hold on, though. This is, again, like a pretty decent lie. Like, if it's 90%, 196. Aim left of the hole. And just kind of run it up there. Because then we're on the green and I mean, that was big bounce and roll, but then you're on the green in 2. Try and 2-putt for birdie. Draw it. I'm not drawing it to back or a front. What is it? I guess technically there's a back right hole location. Now, what this putt is actually doing, I don't quite know. I know that it's breaking away from me. How much is the real question? Doesn't look like it's doing much up top. But that as it goes down, it feels like it falls quite substantially. See what we got here. I took a touch of pace off it because it's so downhill. Honestly, not too bad. A little bit more pace, that's a little bit closer. I think it's still just a little under red. Still got some break left in it, though. Okay. Football's almost back, which means you can't stand me and my Eagles for the next 10 minutes. I'm hoping that this season is better than our post Super Bowl appearance season. You know, there's a lot to feel good about. Obviously, getting some like preseason injuries and stuff. So like Landon Dickerson and whatnot is scary, and like AJ Brown is tending to his hamstring. I feel better about this off-season transition, though. Yeah, still trying to figure out the defense a little bit. Come on, let's see what you got. Not bad. $14 under round 1. Samume. 15 under. Actually. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, especially like we were missing a bunch of inputs early. We still found really, really good scoring. Still found some really good scoring around there. So that puts us 3 strokes clear through 1 round. Obviously, we got to do it 3 more times, but we're gonna play all 4 tonight. So, you know, we're gonna see what all 3 in a row looks like in just a hot second. Hey, thank you, Dirk. All right. So that being said, we got to take our customary, couple minute break in between rounds here. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Thank you guys so much for being here. Again, we are playing all 4 rounds tonight, so stay put. Go grab a snack. Take a quick break, then come back. We're not going anywhere. We're gonna be going for a few more hours here. So thanks for being here. See you in 2.
It's raining.
Ads. There we go. There we go. I forgot to look at how much how much time there was on the timer. All right, let's get back into it. Off the tips again. High winds this time. Fairways go down to firm, greens go down to moderate, and green speeds go down to moderate. So for as well as that last round went, technically, like conditions-wise, this is easier. Greens break a little bit less, roll a little bit less. It's a little softer. Fairways are not going to throw you around as much. It's the high winds, but if you can conquer the high winds, you know, especially headwinds and stuff, you'll have stopping power. Tailwinds, yeah, it gets a little bit tougher. But, yeah, this should be good. And naturally, that's the sit down and your grip is different. So, not going to take advantage of the par 5 yet again. What's going on, Billy? Dang. That sucks. That sucks really bad. What room do I have to work with? 172. 192. See, it's down in there, so like, this is where I'm almost expecting. It's not bad. That's not bad. The rough actually kills it. I don't know why that comes out so far left. The lie didn't feel like it was above my feet. I kind of felt, though, in my backswing like it was going that way, but at that point it was too late. Maybe I should have done something with that to kind of feel it out. Okay, let's see how we're feeling on the chip. It's moderate and moderate, so I feel like we need to add a little bit of pace to it. And then it is left to right. Really good feel. Really good feel. If I don't pull it, maybe we have a chance to still hole one out for eagle. But I would say that birdie is not losing to the field, but having an eagle opportunity sure would have been nice. That kick to the right might prove troublesome. I say might because it does slope there. Hey, what's going on, Yane? How are you doing? Welcome back. We're doing well. We shot 15 under in round 1. So through one round, technically up by 3 strokes. So we're taking this second round and trying to improve upon that lead. All right, right to left breaker. It's only 4 feet, but these are always, in my mind, a bit scary. Always in my mind a bit scary just for how much they break. Already better out the... I mean, obviously it's hard to do better than the 15 under just in general, but already better than we were in the start of the last round. I'm gonna, out of precaution here, I think I'm gonna take the 3-wood. Because I think if I try and like check the driver down, I'm gonna run through. Even with it being moderate. Or no, it's firm. It's firm fairways. Moderate is just the green. So yeah, I think that's the right call. Choked approach. Downhill, downhill. Wind's playing in a little bit. I need to take a little off of this pitching wedge. I pulled it. Hard to say on the distance because I don't know how the green is, you know, at the hole where we're trying to take dead aim. Looks like we're right to left, and then it's got some more right to left up the hill here. Hey, what's going on, Sag Roper? I did not read that break correctly at all. I mean, I underhit it, but it wouldn't have changed much. Would not have changed much at all. Having a hard time seeing where I'm aiming. Okay, so there's the bunker. Yeah, aim, I think, honestly, probably left of the bunker. We can let the wind feed it back, and then a little left kick and just ride it out here. Because now 50-degree, you just give it a little bit of loft so that it can bounce, and then that's pretty much it. Ball starts left, wind brings it right. Okay, so that wind does overtake enough from the lie. It's hard sometimes, like the lower winds don't take over as much, and have to remember that the high winds definitely do. On a green speed this slow, I still feel like it's worth it to putt it for me. Just because of the forgiveness that putting has. That's why we putt from the fringe instead of chip. At least for me. That's why I do it. Okay. Hole is set pretty far back. It's just even with the power drive. Let's just say 317, uphill 46. It's 302. It honestly probably plays more than that because the uphill plays more. And then another 20, 276. It like probably doesn't even get, yeah. You have to overpower the power drive just to get on, and then you'd be left with a monstrous thing. I feel like I don't want that short game shot, but it's gotta be like a diagonal wind if you're out here, so it's like a really awkward. What's going on, Chase? How are you doing? No, if I try and take that up the side, then I leave myself like a 30-yard shot. But it's kind of out of the wind. So I don't know with the moderates, like if that's worthwhile then. Doing well, glad to hear it. So I just think if I lay this back, there's a lot of wind. I mean, it's a wedge, but it's still a lot to get right. I feel like theoretically I should be able. Okay. So there's the mistake, because now I've got it closer but in the rough. It's on master difficulty for the swing, Skylar. Okay, not the worst. It stinks that it landed on the fairway, as the fairway gives it such a firm kick. Ooh. Oh, I read that there was a tiny bit of right to left at the feet, and that, like, shot off. Mashed potato! What's going on, Sebastian? Life Tasty, what's going on? 11? Yeah, I'm on controller. I play on PS5. 145, 146. You get wind going. See, now the pitching wedge is kind of long. Kind of long. But I think that choking it down is not enough. So I'm going to put a little bit of loft and stuff on this. Because this should still sit a little bit. Because we've got moderate green firmness and speed. Oh, that's just unfortunate. And when you don't know that the slope is there, that's always the hardest part. That is always the hardest part. Caught it dead weight, but just overread the brake a little bit. PC, keyboard and mouse, you couldn't get the swing path down, switch to controller, you're still struggling. So my biggest tip with the controller swing, because that's what I'm familiar with, is try and have the same grip and posture every single time. You know, treat that portion of your swing very much so like real golf. I feel like that's a really good way to try and create some consistency, because from there it's all about feel versus real. right? And like I know that swing I was a little bit too left on the follow through, so I'm like, okay, I need to feel more right of what I just was on that last one. And I ended up hitting the exact same shot. And that's painful because we just lose it. But try left stick, try right stick, try fade swing, try draw swing. You know, I think it's a reasonable thing for everybody to experiment and just see with what comes the most naturally. And then go from there. It's a good lie. My problem is I don't know how much I'm gonna lose. Okay, that was a good call. So I didn't know how much I was gonna lose on that upslope. $192, $193. See if it's 6-iron trying to go. $192, $193. I think the faded 6 is the play, because I think the 5-iron choked is going to go too far. It's a beautiful shot shape. It's just a matter of, is it going to go where I plan for it? It's a little bit left. Oh, and it kicks to the right. Wow. It's just always one of those that's hard to know. Without knowing the course, like, what are you supposed to do? Oh, it's gonna be just low. Good read. Perfect input. Just under. Ah, man. Would have been nice. Okay. I think this is again with like the downhill and everything. I think we want to choke this, and I think shave some off of it. Although last time, I'm pretty sure I could have hit full driver and been fine. I mean, we're still in wedge territory, but yeah, like I think full driver I may have been down in a slightly better spot, but it is what it is. I think realistically, this ball is going to want to start left and be curling, and then the wind is going to keep taking it. And then because we're getting that extra draw, I need to put some loft on it, or else we're... Otherwise, we're long gone. Okay. That was close. That was very close. What's going on, Anza? Alright. Only 5 under going out. I mean, we were 7 under last round. On paper, this round I feel like should be easier, but that doesn't mean anything. Okay, this one. This one was very firm. It's downhill, but we're into a headwind. I think we'll be okay this time. Because it's only firm, it's not very firm, plus we have the headwind to quell some of the spin. Yeah. Now we get a much better approach situation. The wind's gonna take us left to right. But the wind's also, like, in our face a bit too much here. I'm actually gonna punch through this a little bit. That would have been so good without the push. Because you lose distance and it took us off to the right. It would have been on such a nice line. Okay. It's like a baby breaker left to right. Yeah, what's going on, Cade? That's good. Well, we shot a 15 under round 1 at TrueSim. So, that's what's good. Trying to extend our lead. Or at least maintain it as best we can. 6 under through 10 here to start the second round. I would say is definitely decent. Putting a little bit of shape on this to try and hold the distance up a little bit. Why is that coming out so short? I thought we were going to be landed like pin high, so I was trying to take just like a touch off of it, and that ends up being a couple of yards. It's no bueno. Scud shoot yet, Camo? Yeah, Scud was at least on the leaderboard at 12 under in the first round. But D-Brad and Rio and Stando are all other guys to be, you know, always quite worried about. %. 87. It's not ideal. Not with that much break. Well, finally got us. One of the missed shots we don't make the up and down. I'm on PS5, Nanza. All right. That stings for sure. Let's get it back on track. Let's get it back on track. I don't know if I just like didn't respect the tee shot, or if maybe I came to a conclusion on the distance way too quickly. 127, 124. It's not gonna be quite 8 yards on that, I don't think, but honestly, it could be. We're gonna spin off the green now. Wind played stronger. We lost distance because of the push. Dang. 18 yards. That's short and we're uphill. Oh man, we're in a really bad spot now. We're in a really bad spot now. Oh man, it's a 1% underswing and that barely holds on. Sheesh. Okay, we still have 6 holes left. Still have time to be something. A little bit too inside on that takeaway. Can definitely get it back on track. I gotta stop feeling like I'm pulling so far in. Okay, well, the way that that last one played distance-wise, I'm just gonna play this. I think that's generally the right call. I think that is generally the right call there. Yeah, we missed it just a little bit in terms of like the overpower. Okay, it's saying flat at the hole. That's above my feet. I hate that. I hate that so much. One thumb. I just play one thumb, left thumb. Nothing fancy. Okay, this was downhill 50, and it's downwind, and then I think it could bound down. I'm gonna play the hybrid. We might be a little bit further back, but I think that it's the right play. Pushed it. Keep going too far to the left. Get away with it. Feel like you use spinner too much, Tugs? Probably. And the reason I say probably is because it's a lot about like hitting a very precise partial. And at least for me, that's always trouble. I like to have full shots. That's a big part of my game plan. What's going on, Kev? There it is. Okay, 2 par 5s in the last few holes. We managed to take advantage of at least one of the par... Yeah, we eagled one of the par 5s coming in the last round. This is the one that we eagled, but we've got a headwind and uphill. A little bit closed. Okay, we missed the big kick to the left. 298 yards, though, into a headwind. If we go... Actually, 260 is our carry, and then you've got the headwind and everything. I don't even think you get it down there. So let's lay this back to a nicer number. Holes at the back. I actually want a little bit... With this wind, I probably want closer to like a 9-iron. Maybe pitching wedge. Oh no. What a layup, bud. What a layup, you dingus. Bury the ball, and then it's just... It's making nothing out of something. What that is. 168. Try and just play it to the right and have a putt. Because if I go at it, I'm probably in trouble. Great. It's a tiered green too. Okay, well, this par 5 fell apart very quickly. I think it's right to left, like down here. I can't really tell. It looks like at the hole it maybe goes slightly left to right, but like down here is definitely above my feet. It's 91%. That didn't... Slow down. Alright, well, eagle in the last round, par in this round. Not ideal. Not ideal. Okay. I'm gonna take this choked 7-iron off the tee. There we go. Found this down here. It's gonna give us a shot in. Yeah, I'll take the choke pitching wedge. Slight wind in. That's okay. I like it. Okay. Even with the moderates, it still kicks and releases a little bit. How hard is it to golf in real life, Reginald? I mean, easy in the sense that you just gotta book a tee time and go. It's very difficult, though. I'm so bad at it. I'm so bad at real golf. Because it's not just about hitting the ball. You have to, like, square the club face up. And all that, too. Which is a lot more difficult than it sounds. Or maybe as difficult as it sounds, I guess, depending on who you ask. I have a golf course not even 2 miles away, you just never played? I mean, if you've got a golf course that close, even if you just have some, like, you know, a putter and some wedges, go and chip and putt for free. You know, get familiar with that feeling. I think that's a great way to go. To get into it. Don't trouble yourself with full shots for a while. Oh, that's too far left. Okay, we can super flop it, go up and down. I think that's what we'll have to do. What's going on, D-Brad? How golfers hit hole-in-ones? Well, yeah, the hole-in-one is execution with definitely a bit of luck that you landed it so precisely. Not about how hard it is, about enjoying the time you're out there. Yeah, but part of it is about doing well, or at least, like, it depends on who you are. Like, I enjoy going out, but I'm also a competitor. You know, I'm a very competitive person by nature. I don't know if that much is obvious. I like to be good at things. I closed it. So for me, some of my enjoyment is derived from how well I play, but it's also managing expectations, right? I know I'm not a pro golfer, so like I can manage those expectations a bit. Hold it. I do have the power drive, Alex. I use it sparingly. Destroy your score, you left so much out there? I mean, I shot a huge 15 on in the first round, D-Brad. That round didn't quite go our way as much. The first round was really, really good though. 10 handicap and you're very happy with it? I'd be happy as a 10 handicap, Tugs. I'm like a 27, so. I am not a powerhouse. I'm a, Yep, there's my fear. I had a 3-stroke lead and then basically, I feel like if I'm shooting less than 10 under in a round, I'm guaranteed to be giving strokes back. But I'm a sculptor, Alex. So I have leveled a powerhouse to 85. I have leveled one to 85, so I have the power drive on my sculptor, but that's the extent of it. I just use sculptor all the time. Don't go expecting even right. Like even as where my handicap stands, like I know I haven't played a lot lately, so like I'm not gonna be shooting under 100. I know that I've had a ton of time off, so I'm gonna be shooting closer to like 110. Like that's where I have to put my expectation, which sucks because double bogey golf is not fun. But like I know that my swing's not good and my feel is not there because I haven't had much time to play this year. Not that I play much, have had much time to play with, to begin with. Yo, what's going on, Asian Invasion? Golf shot 200 in a scramble, good enough to win. GG's, man. I shot 17 over in a 2-man scramble over the weekend, but the guy I was paired with is about as bad as me. So the fact that the two of us together can, two mid-100 guys can come together and shoot 89 is pretty good. Haka, thank you for the follow. Like I was happy with that. You know what I mean? So like you talk about the enjoyment of golf. I had a good time. Playing in that situation. It also goes to show me like how scrappy sub 90 can be. I have too many like very errant or very errant shots in terms of like top chunk pull slide. Like if I can make decent contact and shrink the code of error, I could shoot sub 90 even with like, I think we found like maybe 1 green in regulation. I mean, mulligans? 0. 0, Don. What's going on, by the way? How are you doing? My best IRL round is 93. That was like 2 years ago. All right. So we got to take our normal mid-round or like in-between round break. So I apologize, that we've got to slow the roll for a second here, but thank you for being here. If you are enjoying, drop a like on the stream. If you're watching over on YouTube, sub, follow, those all go a long way and helping me out, helping you find your way back here. But I'll be back in 2 minutes, and then we hop into round 3, and we still got round 4 to come after that. So thanks for being here. I'll see you in a couple.
It's raining.
Ads. Alright, we are back. One time you and your friends did 27 handicap and you're a 3, you shot 65, which is the best golf you've ever played. 73 and 74 a handful of times, 76. Nice. Nice. More than 400 hours of game, you search again your swing technique. So frustrating. Yeah, that's golf. That's golf, both IRL and virtual. You have it, and then you don't, and you go to re-find it. I mean, you look at someone like Spieth, who, like, struggled with the swing and then lost it, and, you know, even as a professional, you know, it's difficult. Best is 90 IRL? I'd take 90. I would take 90. All right, tips again, back down to medium. This is pretty much the first round conditions, except the green speed is now up to fast. So it's slightly faster than the first round, which we shot really well in the first round. I don't know if that was just luck or if we were just on point or what. Yeah, so we did not play up to the standards we'd like to in the second round. Shot 9. We did have a bogey on the card, so we could have been at 10. We could have held a 1-stroke lead, only lost 2 strokes to Scud. You know, but it is what it is. Par 5 to open. Let's see if we cannot have a complete crap swing on the first tee shot. Okay, right down the pipe. The first 2 rounds, we sat down and we had like double cross swings. This time around, we're in a much, much better spot. Now, this is going to be firm and fast, and so we do have to keep that in mind. I think I need to just take distance off on the 9-iron as opposed to trying, like, because here's the thing. It's uphill, but then downhill lie. 156, but even if it goes back out, like, maybe it is the 9, but yeah, I think we just take some yards off of it. I think 51 is not close enough. think I would regret that. Okay, we hit our stroke. Distance feels good. Okay. A little bit of an upslope, so it didn't have all of the rollout and such that one might have. All right. That's a very good way to start the round. Thought I had a chance, Aiden? Well, yeah, when you give me 9-iron in on a par 5, chance of albatross definitely goes up. I got the 101. I think we're far enough left that even with the very firm kick, we're gonna be okay. Okay, so this is how we have to strike the ball through the course of the round, is just nail the input, nail the input, nail the input. Now, that's obviously way easier said than done, but right now that's the swing feel we've got to take advantage of it. Naturally, I say that and then immediately hit a huge open, so good job, you knucklehead. What's going on, Peter? Just don't acknowledge it, Colby. Just play, don't acknowledge what's happening. It rarely works out for you. It's a long putt. It's uphill. I'm gonna take a little bit off of the putt, because I have found that these tend to tend to 81%. Tend to go too far if you take the stock power. You've got to go in the back door. Just stop in the back door. Come on, man. I thought when it was swinging around and like the way that it had the speed, I thought it was gonna tip. Oh man, what's going on, Dak? Go to your home. Are you too good for your home ball? Oh, man. Okay, gotta leave it behind us though. Gotta leave it behind us. Would have been a huge birdie, but it's okay. The fact that we read it that well, I'll take it. Best way to earn VC, Alex? I would say playing career mode and playing ranked tours. Because ranked tours gives you, if you finish high enough, you get VC back, but there are also pretty big VC payout quests. Career mode has quests and has the rivals, so technically that's the most efficient. Yeah, I would say some ranked tours if you want some switch up from career, but just playing through the career mode and completing quests, I think is largely going to be your best bet. I think that wind is gonna be a factor here. So as a wise man said, I made the putt, the ball missed. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. You know, if we're just referring to the putt as the stroke itself. Okay. I tried to hit it a little bit overpowered. That may be a mistake looking at this now. Because that bounded forever. Uh, 82 yards. Yeah, my favorite distances in the game right here. It's gonna come out short for sure. Looks pretty buried. I hit it 82, 81, 65, 67. 15 yards of bounce and rollout doesn't feel quite right. Give it like 84%. I guess the 82 was okay. I didn't know how much it was gonna roll out. I felt like I was gonna be way short, but it came out of there. It's freaking breaking. The weird thing is, well, actually, it's not a weird thing because it's never mind. It's breaking right to left the whole way. I'm like looking at this the wrong way. Right to left breaker. Pretty decent amount of turn. I feel like when you tap this, no, I do feel like it's gonna go. I underhit it by 3%. 29% is, I can't exactly say a power that I'm familiar with. But I do think I had the read right. In all honesty, I think I had the read right. Or at least pretty dang close. 85. We're technically only carrying it like 247. If I took driver, 298, 280, 292, 277. It would definitely play shorter than that though. Than a bunker shot. Missed the bunker. We're still super flopping, so it's fine. If you can super flop, then I'm okay with it. Except that's a miss that I have not had, which is like overly too far to the right. Normally I'm like close to it or left. So this is new territory. Missed opportunity. Missed opportunity. Really, really bad. Really bad flop. Favorite golfer on tour? I know it's probably whatever. I really do like Scotty. I mean, Tiger's obviously my guy, but as far as like the guys that are playing, I really do like Scotty. Say what you will. Crazy Gamer Kid, thank you very much for the follow. Gotta overhit this just a little bit. Didn't. I needed 102. I was like just awkwardly in between clubs. Very awkwardly in between clubs. Left to right. Oh. Felt like I needed to take a putt at, or a chip at it, because the super flop, I don't know, it's not gonna give me a chance. I don't watch Live at all. I watch the majors, and I watch a few PGA events. I enjoy watching golf, but also I have to pick and choose because my wife does not at all enjoy watching golf, so I don't watch all the tournaments. Spend time with the family on the weekends. Plus, I watch other sports too. So, like, when F1's on, we're coming into football season for college and pro, and crisp. It's close. That's close. Expectations high. I mean, my expectations are high every year, and I'm let down every year, D-Brad. So, yeah, we'll see. We shall see what happens. Do you try and land this on the green, or do you try and land this short? And, like, bound it? You'd have to probably land it 23. It's probably a dumb shot, but I struggle to land these on the green and have success. I'll try and land it short. That's too big of a bounce. But I think, like, even if so what? Take a 7? Is it like stock 7? Does that land us short enough? I don't know. Very firm fairways. Very firm fairways, firm greens. Usually not ranked top 3 preseason, no. I mean, they've got talent, and that's why. They've got a lot of returning talent. I think they've got 3 guys on the All-Pro, or not All-Pro, whatever it's called for All NCAA. They've got 3 guys on, like, the preseason, you know, projections for that. Yeah, there's a lot to be... A lot to be excited for, a lot to be expected. I pushed it. Oh, that's rude. Does roll out downhill a bit behind. I'm gonna play this safe. It's a good lie, but it's uphill. Just don't be quite as... Yeah. Because I feel like if I were to take the chip shot... I feel like if I were to take the chip shot, I have a good chance of running it away. And I don't want to do that to myself. Not counting you jump the biggest hurdle until they do. Yeah, like, now, if Penn State beats Oregon, I'm gonna feel decent. If Penn State beats Ohio State, then it's like, okay. Because what we need is Drew Aller to take that next big step. Right, that's part of it. The other piece of it is the defense. Well, I honestly, it's a big thing on the offense, because I feel like the offense a lot of times stalls out in the big moments in those games. So I'm hoping that Jim Knowles coming in, that improves the defense. But also by him coming in, I hope that gives Drew Aller a lot of information to improve himself, because Jim Knowles is obviously someone coming from Ohio State who is defensively planned against him, right? So he's going to have a list of things that they would just ignore or not worry about too much when game planning for him, and I think knowing what those things are is going to be quite useful. Okay, we're gonna just find the green. It's gonna still bounce, but that's about as soft as I can land it to that pin. What is that? That's such a nasty hole. That's such a nasty hole. I think that's still just, even if I hit the, said it was underswung, but I think that just misses under still. What's going on, Matt? Got between Texas and Ohio State. I'm hoping Texas, personally, just because I hate seeing Ohio State win. I know technically for strength of schedule and everything, I need Ohio State to do better. But just as a Penn State guy, I will always root against Ohio State and Michigan. Is it much room? There's like no room. I can't put more loft. If I put more loft on that, you know, I end up hitting the fairway, which is very firm and like kicking way away. So it's like, what to do. 168, 169, 172, 173. It's 11 yards. That feels like a long way to go. I feel like I need to take the 7 and take a bunch off of it, land it left, and let it roll. That's too deep, I think. Not as deep as I thought. That's a heck of a shot. Texas fan living in Ohio, absolutely brutal. Oh man, Matt, yeah, that's... Yeah, having to live in Buckeye territory doesn't sound like a fun time. Probably is how I felt. Yeah, probably feels a lot like how I felt living in the DC metro area for like 7 years as a Philadelphia sports guy. Like, I grew up an hour north of Philly, but I moved down and was in Maryland and Virginia around DC for work for a number of years. And so, like, listening to the radio and all they're talking about is the Nats and the Commanders. I'm like, shut up. And the Caps. I'm like, shut up. I don't want to hear it. I despise all of it. But I know the slope is crazy there. I mean, I saw that it was left to right from the tee box. Yeah, obviously I'm taking about a guess of how much slope there is, but then yeah, seeing it curl back around the hole, like if I'm more to the right, I might be rolling far, far away. You're in North Carolina, hearing all Panthers, you're a Falcons fan, yeah. Like, living in enemy territory is, it's not fun. Behind the feet doesn't look like much, and from there it doesn't look like much, but from here, like, getting conflicting. It's gonna be kind of flattish. I think it just breaks at the end. I mean, it does, but not as much as I played it. Reminds me of Yankees fan. Commanders only became relevant last... Yeah, but you still hear about it on the radio all the time. It was worse with the Caps, to be honest. I feel like because it was around the time that the Caps had won the Stanley Cup and everything, too. So it was like you would just hear about it incessantly. Like, okay. Didn't help that my Flyers have been not good for a while. Born in Alaska, live in New York, and as a kid you chose to be a Cowboys fan? Why'd you choose to be a Cowboys fan? They haven't even been good since you've been alive. They haven't been good since I've been alive. I'm 30. They won the Super Bowl the year I was born. I was born, and that ended the Cowboys being good. So, yeah, I've got that going for me. Some of these swings are feeling silky smooth. Now, I took a little bit off of the loft for that shot because I remember having a shot that we left way short. Turns out that, come back to bite us a little bit here. I don't think that broke, like, almost at all. Dinesh, what's going on? Tamij, how are you doing? You're young, you picked up since you used to watch old westerns with the family? Haven't changed, but definitely regret. It's not too late. Come to the dark side. Go birds. Go birds. It's very firm. I'm gonna play the hybrid. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. $130 yards, 121, 124. Just a touch on that. I think it will bounce and roll a little bit because it is firm and fast. Great line. Firm bounce. Little release. That was close. That was real close. Okay, I mean, I don't really know how we're playing on the round, especially compared to the field. But we've got a few holes left on this round to do something. So let's keep it up. Let's maybe try and find some scores on the par 5s. Get into the clubhouse, hopefully with a decent number. Doing good if I finish well? That's vague enough. 29. I'm gonna try and play this to the right of the hole. Try and land it on the green. Nope, it's gone. Come down the slope back towards the hole? Is it steep enough? I have no idea. It feels like it could be. Okay. Okay. It's in the right direction. I wanted to be right of the hole. Alright. What is this screen? I wanted to be right of the hole because I felt like if I went right at it, I could get myself into trouble. Maybe going right at it would have been a good call because I could have landed on the... Could have landed on like the rough or something to take a bunch of speed out. Huge right to left swing up there. It's also like right to left down here, so it's like... I missed it. 83%. Take a little bit off of it though. I slipped on the thumb. I slipped on the thumb. I could feel it as I tried to like swing down that I just like didn't have the feel that I wanted there. Good putt, though. Good putt. Zula Jack. How we doing? Eric, how's it going? Build stats and archetype. I'm a sculptor. I think I've got like 79 power, 90 shaping, 73 swing path. I think my rhythm and stuff, what is it? Rhythm and transition are balanced around like 70, and then my putting stats are all weight and transition for the most part. I think I have like one of them's like 53 and the other's 50, but the weight and transition are the way to go. Okay, I'm gonna hit a choked 7-iron so as to not get too far down. I felt like if I went with 180 with the very firms, it might be too much. So this is trying to be a little bit precautious. You 4-putted that? Oh no. Not the 4-putt. Didn't shape it enough. Why shaping at 90? Because I like shaping, and I think forgiveness, or not forgiveness, whatever the, I think recovery is a wasted stat. Because I don't hit it into the rough. Like I don't miss the fairways enough for it to be worth it, and I think even with 69 on that stat, that it's forgiving enough. Shaping allows me to move, like, I can swing my same draw swing, but hit like a 5-yard fade if need be. I can shape a bunch without it punishing me. Like, I can put more loft on shots. I can manipulate shots more. In a less punished manner. So that's the big thing for me. So from here, this looks above my feet. So I think it is. It was like double breaker. What are those? What's going on, Lucas? Have you been, sir? Kind of recovery by just clubbing up then anyways? Yeah, I mean, it increases your lie range a little bit, but for the most part, I would say, yeah, club up or half club up, like, you just kind of have to know what the symbol means, right? Like, and kind of know roughly what your rough fly percentage is going to be. And it's like, okay, well, if it's 85%, you know, just work from there. Like, the 2% is not going to make or break my tournament. That is not far left enough. That kick helps. That might leave us in an okay spot. Golf bin's going well tonight, Lucas. We shot 15 under in the first round, 9 under in the second. We're 8 under through 16 right now. But I mean, it's very firm, fast conditions on True Sim, so those are always difficult. Looks like that's uphill a bit. Okay, I'm gonna play this in a way where I try and land it short and run it on. It's not as quite uphill, so we're gonna be long. Yeah. But I think if I tried to carry it onto the green, I think we suffer this same fate anyway, so... Can't say that I'm entirely disappointed with that effort. Breaking back at the end, but I think it's right to left going there. I'm going to play it just a little bit outside to the right. And a little bit shorter on the power. Because I'm trying to lag it up there. And I know that on these faster greens, the ball tends to roll a little bit further even on 100%. Like perfectly struck putts. Less than 2 weeks away? I know. College football on Saturdays. This will be the first year that, like, my son might actually understand what's going on, so that'll be fun. See if we can get him interested in football. He likes race cars, so like we're able to watch F1 with him around. So you know, maybe there's a chance that he'll like football as well. We shall see. The very firms, man. Ooh, don't think it counted as very firm. Wind didn't take it as much to the side. Quad perfects, just miss it low. Hate to see it. Getting Nittany Lions indoctrination? I think it's already begun to a certain extent. I think we've dropped behind Scud though. I don't think we shot low enough. Whatever score it showed, that was a lie. Whatever score it showed, it said a 60. It said a 60, and I was like, well, I don't think I shot 60. Okay. We got a 3-stroke lead. They're just never fixing the scoreboards, are they? Season 4 update, probably. Extra forgiveness with high shaping? So you don't get extra forgiveness in the sense that, like, at 100% shot, you'll have more forgiveness. You have more room to shape the ball before forgiveness is affected. If that makes sense. So I like that because I can manipulate my distances more without punishing myself. Okay. Okay, 1 round to go. We got to take our final 2-minute break. And then we will get into the final round of the Tour Championship. I want to preface this by saying, first off, we need to shoot well in round 4. Secondly, the scores that are in now, it is only Monday at the time of playing this, right? So, 2 rounds need to be in by Wednesday. That means that there are players like Rio who are very good and have won, on tour before, have won majors, who have yet to tee off. Now, D-Brad having played, Scud having played, that's a very good benchmark. That doesn't mean that somebody else can't come in and take it from us. So, I'm not even going to say take it from us because we got to go out there and earn it in round 4. So, I'll be back in 2 minutes, and then we fire off one final round. Thank you for being here. Like, subscribe, follow, all those good things. Okay, BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. this stupid board that's under my desk so I can roll my chair on carpet and everything and like not ruin the carpet. It always freaking slides up to my desk. Always works its way up and then it's like squeaky and like chipping away at the leg. Anywho. Alright, one final round. Wind speeds are high again out of the southeast. Very firm, and then back down to round 1 green speed, which honestly is not that much different than the fast green speed that we've played on a couple of these rounds. Or, I guess just on the 3rd round, because we played on moderates on round 2. Alright. There's no thinking about scoreboard. This is just, you play everything one shot at a time. I want to be a little bit more to the left, I think. Because that's where the broader side of the fairway is. Okay, a little bit of a pull. Yeah, you gotta hit that square on. With the headwind, this does become problematic. Now, we seem to have a pretty good lie, which would put us at like 216, then head. Yeah, I think just a stock. I think just a stock 3 hybrid. Now I think this ball is below my feet. I'm gonna play this more to the left to be careful. What direction did we miss that last one? Did we pull it? I think so, right? That means we needed to be more to the left. Yeah, I got all of that one. I negated the wind. I think it played a little bit more than the 90%. Playing Legendary, so this is on Master swing difficulty, but it is closer to Legend swing like just overall difficulty preset because we have no lie grid, no green grid, no scout cam. Okay, so that's, oh jeez, I can't see anything. Right to left. This feels a little bit below the feet. So we've got a double breaker. But it feels like more than anything, we're sweeping. I would think that you're gonna get more right to left down there. %. Then start turning back to the left. Brake hard, brake hard, brake hard. Okay, so it's just... That is definitely the right idea, just a little bit too much pace for the amount of brake that I'm trying to play out of it. How's it going, Fletcher? There's a name in Japanese, so I unfortunately don't know how to read Japanese, but hello. Hope you're doing well. I think we need to choke the tee shot and partial it in order to get this to work. Okay. Not exactly how we drew it up, but that's alright. Results are the most important factor. Come on. Get forward. Perfect. Play PGA 2K23. It's a really fun game. Made your local course on the crate section. Wish it was easier to make a course. Yeah, making courses is definitely a talent. It's pretty cool to see the players or like the creators who are really, really good at designing courses, recreating stuff. I would recommend watching some design tutorial videos if you haven't already. Crazy Canuck 1985 is one that comes to mind. There are a couple other, really talented designers who have made tutorial videos and stuff. Lots of useful information there. I don't even try to make courses. I am simply a player of the games. Gonna have a huge fade. Too far. Too far. Play Augusta National, so there are some recreations of it. They don't have the license to it, though. So, legally, they are obligated to remove them. And so they do a pretty good job of clearing them out. Now, if you can find a friend or a society, somebody that's played it, you may just be able... You may just be able to play it, but somebody's got to have it, favorited to make it accessible. It's low. Underswung it, but I don't think it was that big of an underswing. I think we would have just barely missed it. You're from Iran, Arian. Welcome. Hello from the US. I was gonna say it must be sometime in the morning, and then I'm realizing that like it is late enough. It is late enough now here that Middle East and everything, it would be just like mid-morning. Haven't been streaming as late of late. Play well considering no grids or zooms? I think so. I think so. I mean, like, obviously would always love to shoot better, but who wouldn't? I'm gonna put some D-loft on this, I think. Try and eke it out a little bit. Nope. That was a mistake. Get away with it because of the very firm, but underread the wind. Just thought I could squeeze through that wind a little bit more. I would have been under on that last read. Still under. Okay. A Witzberger, what's going on? Mikey, welcome back, sir. Need to play True Sim more? Yeah, I don't think it was necessarily the 121 greens. I think the hole locations and stuff on that round were just tougher. think this is a bait hole again, but I feel like this can put me somewhere up by the green, and we'll just make do with it. Well, that's about as unfortunate of a kick as we could have gotten. That sucks. I mean, definitely the greedy play. I would say I probably felt a little too invincible. Wow, that, okay. That lie sucks. I might have to... Might have to utilize the pitch solely for the fact that the swing is normal. Good at golf IRL, carefree? No. I am not. I enjoy it, don't get to play it a lot. Not good at it. 4-foot putts by very little, break it the opposite way. Play slow, yeah, I think playing slower probably could benefit a lot of people. I just don't know where this is aimed. That's the problem. Because the flop shots have opposite lie. I don't even know what to do with this. Need to not compound issues. Let's see, if I played 100% pitch shot, let's just start with like that concept and work it back. So 100% pitch. Like an 85% lie there, maybe 80. So that's 44. 39. I gotta take 10 yards off of it to be pin high. 10 yards would be 10%. Or no, that'd be 20%. 10 yards would be 20%. But it doesn't scale like that. Okay, so that is 75%. 84. I have no idea. 93%? It's 89. I don't think I could take a 100% shot, but like, geez, man, these are brutal lies. Because I can't get this out. I have to take a flop. 26. I'm gonna take a full flop. What a mistake. I mean, it was so close to be a decent, but what a mistake this ended up being. Nice. Double bogey because I can't just play it smart. What's going on, Kurtzky? All right. Why was that a good idea? It never was. Why I thought I would do it, I don't know. Okay, come on. Put that behind us. We can go on a run. There's plenty of golf left. Okay. Well, this is a real course recreation. This is Boston Golf Club. So I don't know how much of a risk reward hole that is in real life. I don't know if you try and drive it up onto a green like that's arrow. That much break, you only see like a cup from your screen? Yeah, the tilt at the flag was quite a bit. And wind's playing a little bit more, it feels like. Closed it. Distance is gonna be pretty much what I needed it to be. Okay, we'll see what we can do. It's tough because it only feels like it's breaking like towards the end. But it's downhill. Then start breaking right. Come on, man. You're gonna do that to me where it just doesn't turn. Just doesn't turn. Putting guide 2K25. I didn't make a new one. I feel like it's largely the same. Oh no, not the closed again. Again! Freaking again! Kick hard right. I said hard right. Surprised to see me on, Jim? Well, I think we're gonna be potentially streaming a bit later from now on, or at least I think that's how things are gonna go. Get in there, Arian. Thank you very much for the sub. Yeah, Rio, we're going all 4 tonight. The new schedule with Variety Gaming. New schedule with Variety Gaming is gonna have all 4. Doc Holiday. Thank you very much for the follow. I'm a big Doc Halliday guy myself. Top performance so far? Yeah, it's been pretty good. We shot 15 under in round 1, which was the big thing. We haven't been like we've been good, but not like amazing on subsequent rounds. We went for the risk reward and paid the price with the double bogey with an unlucky kick. So now we're just trying to claw back from that. Not gonna play 14. Not gonna play 14, but I do need to put some loft into it. Come on, spin. Spun enough to bite, not enough to come back. Although it is on a downhill, so that's why. Looked like there was more break in that from the hole, but I guess I just kind of generally applied that too much. Thanks, Rio. Good luck when you play your rounds. Don't play too well, though, please. Is there a world where you could drive this? Have I been missing out on an opportunity all this time? Now's not really the time to go for the first time, but I'm just thinking about it. I don't even think you need to power drive it. Driver, 98. Downhill, 19. 317. It's into the 330s on its own. I did put myself in an awkward spot, but I guess I should have gone power drive. I was concerned about how far it would go, but being this far out is kind of awkward. Long flop. Not the worst. Not the worst. Without knowing how the green contours and everything play, it's a pretty good proximity to have. Anthony, this is PGA Tour 2K25. Shot well enough this week to move up flights? Don't know if that's the case during playoffs. It's not. It's not. Once playoffs are in, there are no promos or demos. Unfortunately. But the fact that you've played well enough to do so, you know, in normal circumstances is definitely a good sign. Yeah, no problem, Anthony. What are... 78, 80... The bounce and roll is going to be too much. I think I need to take a few yards off of it. Not too much, though, actually. I closed it. Lost yardage. I think I trusted too much how much that... Well, I guess it's a little bit uphill. %73%. When you gotta turn. You gotta turn. It's not bad. It's not bad. It was just a really unfortunate approach shot. And that double bogey. Double bogey stings. All right. There are par fives to be had on the back. That contact needs to stop being so closed. We can get some shots in close, maybe try and take advantage of a par 5 or 2. Would go a long way. Hopefully we haven't, you know, screwed the pooch too much here in terms of just the overall. Good distance. I overplayed the wind. Okay, we gotta make a putt. 9-footer, downhill, 3 inches. Okay, big. Okay, multiple strokes off your game by focusing on getting the approach to 100% shots, especially if you can't drive the green. Might as well play it to 100%. 60 of, yeah, I do that a lot. That is a big part of my course management. Leave myself 100% shots. Very rarely do I partial stuff. A lot of it is, you know, try and understand how my shots are going to play at full. 152. 44. Gotta shape this a little bit. Oh, that wind, the distance is so good, the wind did not kick that to the right near as much as I thought. So again, great distance control, but that wind was more in the face and just didn't quite do anything. Hit the ball, Kevin. Nah, what's going on, Tim? We gotta figure out what we're doing on a shot before we just go full sending. Gotta figure out what we're doing so we can do that. Playoff 4 round 7 soldier? Yes, this is round 4. No grid on the green? For this particular tournament, yes. Whenever we play True Sim, there are no grids. No grids and no scout cam. New lob shot is great. I don't even have the lob shot unlocked yet. I don't know what level we're at on the Clubhouse Pass, but we're not at 25 yet. I'll get to 25 eventually, but it's probably gonna be a while. Okay, we're at an awkward distance. 130? Maybe 130. 119. I'm gonna de-loft this though. I think it needs it. See, but the wind then turns that one over more. I don't love it. Getting good distance control. I'm just, the wind is getting me. It's either playing more, playing less. It's tough. Flat-ish at my feet, it feels like. Oh. It's tough. Just missed it. Just missed it. Alright, par 5s. This is where we gotta take advantage. I'm gonna choke this one so as to not run out the front of the fairway, hopefully. That might still happen, though. Hopefully it's a favorable lie. Yeah, okay. Heavy rough, but we've got like a flyer lie here, so... And if it's like 95%, 206, 200... Very firm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the 4-iron and let it just bounce from short of the green and bound up there. And out of nowhere, a double cross. I would have been well off to the left anyway, but certainly didn't help anything. Ooh. Flop shot stuck. I Thought that was going to release up towards the hole a little bit. It didn't break. There's all the break behind the hole. You've got to be joking me. Oh my goodness me. No crazy breaks or speed? No. I mean, they do make it pretty fair, but there's definitely still some stuff that can happen. Got it too far to the right. Trying to get it into the bunker. And have a pick shot. Gonna roll right to left. That's it. I don't think I played well enough. The double bogey really hurt us too, but I don't think I played well enough in the final round. Gotta go power drive, I think. And I gotta go more left than we've been going. Just to try and have a chance at getting at this green in two. Okay. 13. It's close to 20. That's a little deep. Hit the pin. Nope. Not the worst thing. The downhill a foot to the hole, though. Kind of the problem. I didn't think that shot was going to go that far, but obviously it's another 13 yards off going down to the hybrid, and I think that's too much. I just gotta take the birdie. Finally, chat, watched the last 3 holes. Was hoping for the best for the 4-iron run-up. What's going on, Scarlett? How have you been? Okay. Tailwind, uphill. $171. Probably about 180. I'm gonna play the choke 6. Feels fairly flat up there, maybe a touch right to left from what I can see. Get a little bit right. Oh, that would have been a sick finish. It's left to right. That's so mean. That's so mean. Save my worst for last. Save my worst for last. GG's. Wah, wah, wah. Alright, Rio, go win by like a bunch of strokes and make me feel better. Vandy, thank you for the rate. D-Brad, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? That's money. That's real, that's cold hard cash. It's over, go home. I just got off the course. I haven't even like put my stuff back in my bag yet. D-Brad, thank you very, very much for the 5 gift subs, man. I greatly appreciate it. If you're lurking about and you got a sub, I hope you enjoy your faces. Yeah, that was the double bogey. That was the double bogey. Just a big fat 7 on the last round there. I mean, Scud shot 5 on the one round. He was just more consistent on the other ones, right? 12-12, 5-11, 15, 9-9-7. Like, it just got worse. Yeah. So, we lose on countback. And if it's, yeah, we lose on countback. I mean, I don't think there's anything. I think 42 under wins. Tough play. Yeah, we'll see. Rio could go out there and shoot that. I don't think it's unreasonable to do better than 10 under per round. Yeah, let's, I want to see the stats on this. Teeth, but is also gettable. Questionable focus, made 2 eagles, 3 bogeys, and a double round 1, shot 6 under. That's all over the place. Yeah, I had a double bogey on that last round. I went for it, got kicked to a really bad spot, and instead of just... I tried to make something happen. So instead of just, like, sailing the green and taking a bogey, like, I tried to make par. Or actually, I tried to still get up and down for birdie. So instead of going up and down, you know, try and, yeah... Up. Birdie, par. Yeah, instead of trying to go and get the par, I, like, tried to make birdie, and I got double from it. Good proximity, pretty decent greens and reg. Again, the long putting just wasn't there. So the fact that we're like up top with 15% long putts and 68 just shows like where we were with everything else. I guess 68% medium putts was pretty good. We weren't sinking the long stuff, but we were around. We're around the hole quite a bit. I mean, when you have decent proximity and a high green and reg rate, you know, you're gonna give yourself chances. So, it is what it is. We played the 15, I don't know if the 15 under got to us. We just couldn't quite... Let me see what the difference was. So that first round, I think it was like really high green and reg and good proximity, yeah. And so then we were 4 for 4, 1 of 5 from long, which is fine. This was way less green and reg, 72%. We made 1 long putt again, missed a medium. Yeah, so greens and reg there was definitely a problem. Good gers here, but then we missed 3 medium putts and made none from outside 10 feet. So round 3 was just a really bad putting round. And then what about that final round? Great green and reg, bad proximity. 2 of 9, but then, yeah. Missing putts that we shouldn't miss, while also just not being as close. Some of the wins, I like thought they were gonna play more or thought they were gonna play less, and I ended up being on the wrong side enough times. Plus, obviously, the double bogey hurts, but there are always other mistakes. Yeah. Take away a double bogey there and give me a par, and I'm still still under the 10 under mark. So like, there's always stuff that could be better. But yeah, it's been fun. It definitely has been fun, D-Brad. I like the fact that there's been a group of us that are pretty competitive every week, and so it's always a good battle of like who's gonna come out on top. You know, Scud obviously had the higher level of dominance, but you, Rio, Stando, myself, yeah, I think every once in a while we'd see another name pop up, but having that level of consistent competition and being in the mix is a lot of fun. Prefer True Sim or Plat? Yeah, Abe is definitely getting up there. Skyline, you know, peeks his head from time to time. Every once in a while, people like flash rounds. It's getting the 4 rounds together. I mean, even Tuminator, I think, had a couple tournaments in there where he's throwing stuff. Having Bot play. I mean, Bot won last week, right? So he's been starting to get into it. I think having that competition is fun. So I prefer True Sim over Plat, largely because I'm closer to the top. Like, I have a chance to win it. But I also appreciate that the course setups, because they're real courses, the course setups are a lot tamer. Like, this was a tougher week because you had some firmer, faster conditions, and there were some breaks. You know, things were gettable, but things also could punish you, and you'd end up with some tough greens to stick close, some tough putts. So I tend to like True Sim because the setups aren't as crazy, and I can compete. I wish more people played True Sim. Like, I wish it was even more competitive. Like, I like the competition of Plat, but like the courses and conditions, like playing on super firm, super fast greens all the time. Like, I'm not good at super fast greens. It's never been a strong part of my game. But yeah, I tend to prefer True Sim. Yeah, I think doing better obviously has some bias to it, but I also just appreciate that the setups are a little more reasonable, a little more realistic. The breaks aren't just crazy all the time, and you can see it still proves a challenge. Like, we're shooting 40 under. I know it takes more time. That's always a piece of it that's tough for people, is the amount of time and like focus that it takes. But, you know, at the end of the day, that's more my speed. I like looking at things, taking time, feeling it out. I think it's a good way to go. Okay, so couple of orders of business while I have your attention maybe still. We will be live 8 p.m. Eastern all the rest of this week. Now, we got kicked out of the Platinum Tour Championship because we missed the cut last week due to sucking. That being said, we will still have golf on Wednesday. We'll probably just play some ranked. If we've got people that want to play ranked duos, we'll open up the floor to that and try and rotate people through. I think that could be pretty fun. So yeah, look out for that. Tuesday and Thursday, so tomorrow and Thursday, we are going to be playing our first playthrough of Star Wars Jedi Survivor. The sequel to Fallen Order. It is a Souls-like game set in Star Wars universe. It is canon. We will be going through that. I'm going to be playing it, I think, on the hardest difficulty. Playing on Jedi Grandmaster difficulties. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm very much so looking forward to it. I hope you guys will look forward to it and enjoy it as well. But yeah. So that's kind of going to be the flow, is like golf Monday, Wednesday, this playthrough Tuesday, Thursday, and we'll piece it from there. Like, Maybe there will be desire for another RPG. Maybe we'll bring Trackmania back at some point. But we're going to be playing with some variety. There's a few week break here of TGC, so it might just be some societies and ranked type of deal. We'll see how people enjoy ranked, how I enjoy ranked. Yeah, we'll have that kind of as the flow for now. Once we get into September, there should be some Ryder Cup, and Revan's got a tournament and stuff going on. We'll be putting that in as well. But it'll probably end up with, when the season's back in True Sim on Monday, Plat on Wednesday, all 4 rounds. So they will be longer streams. Might be good for some people, might be bad for some people. There's always the VODs, there's always the YouTube recordings. Ryder Cup, yeah, so at least there was like Ryder Cup stuff being scheduled, like with some content creators and stuff. I'm just along for the ride. So right now, all I have is there are some people that have been picked in the teams and are in a Discord. That's all we've got. We don't have full teams. We don't have a schedule. I'm not in charge. I'm just going to try and participate. So we'll see. We shall see. So I'm not gonna lie. I've been sitting here staring at my follow list, not really sure who to host. So yeah, there's that. I don't know any of the golf people. What's going on, Bollocks? Prefer sculptor over technician? Yes, because I can hit my points enough. I can still get up close to 90 forgiveness on my contact and swing path, and I prefer the shaping. I like having a little bit more distance. That's more loft into, like, it's more natural loft coming into shots. Yeah, more distance off the tee, then it's more loft on longer clubs, and then I can shape it more and put even more loft and sit things. So I like having the extra distance and the extra shaping. Those are things that I've just always found valuable. Yeah, so I've just been kind of staring here. I don't have anyone on my list playing golf. I don't really even have much for golf people. So we're gonna go say hi to a friend of mine, V-Swed. He's a good buddy of mine. I've known him for a long time. Good buddy. I mean, you know how it is. He's a buddy of mine for a long time. He's playing Super Mario World. He's doing a ROM hack. So basically somebody has used the assets to make a new version of the game, and it is quite difficult. So we're gonna go say hello to him. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Mondays. I will see you guys back here tomorrow night. Go check him out. He likes metal music. He's very good at video games. Tough stuff. These are very difficult. Does a lot of Elden Ring, Dark Souls, no-hit stuff. So yeah, cool beans. I'll catch you back tomorrow. Bye.